Washoe County corruption. Continued public testimony by a man, Jeffrey Merritt Wilson, for the exhibits 1 through 33 criminal claims. This testimony is Exhibit 3. Oath of Office, Mary M. Canderas, Chief Deputy District Attorney of Washoe County, State of Nevada. Title Company check 9/25/17 concerning the property 4055 Wilcox Ranch Road, $1,000 for title. Title Company to provide clear title, $1,000. Exhibit 3. Referral, criminal claims against Robert Arthur Naring, Natalie Ann Naring, et al. Copyright copy claim. This product works. Contract notice claims by the Jeffrey Merritt Wilson, author. 14 of 47 pages. Okay, this is a claim to State Farm Fire and Casualty Company concerning 405 Wilcox Ranch Road, Reno, Nevada, 89510, APN number 077450116. To State Farm Fire and Casualty Company, Jay Stanke, claims specialist. This guy's in dereliction of duty. All we got was a jerk off from him. T-Kurt Title of Nevada. This is actually Chicago Title Company. It's the same company. Care of Order 017051333-Sam Larry, SL, Fiduciary Agent Witness. All by certified mail, then additional method of process. Notice of state claim and damages notice. Reservations of rights for insurance coverage and duty to investigate. Reference numbers 98-CB-2408-4. State Farm Policies 017051333 SL TICO Title Order Number. State Farm Claim Number 28K973-3H8 and Washoe Sheriff's Case Number 21-50898. That was the initial claim to the Sheriff's Department when I found what I'm calling is an embezzlement of the money. Regarding Wilcox Ranch Property Owners Association equals claim. Reservation for damage for dishonest services, defective titles, et al. This initial notice to agents as a non-attorney for 1. $285,000 property purchase tender, APN number 077450116. This is what was tendered to purchase the property. And so it purchased the property for clear title. 2. Attorney's fees to be determined. Unknown costs and other to be determined. 4. Devalue of property and emergency services impediments due to lack of road work and the thwarting of the association by certain members who refuse to pay. Attachment 1. Okay. As far as these attorney's fees, that's $500 an hour for me. My cost, $500 an hour. 5. Reduce or non-ability to sell for fair value due to no road maintenance from the date of purchase tender. 6. A mandatory investigation for the misuse of members' funds of a non-profit association by the previous officers as Wilcox Ranch Property Owners Association, recorded by attorneys of perpetual existence. Attachment 2. 7. Real estate type of redlining and liens on titles. So this is what I'm talking about. These properties in Wilcox Ranch, every one of them is defective. There's a fraud going on with Washoe County, tax assessor, state of Nevada, Secretary of State. They are lien claimants on our titles. 8. Multiples of member complaints about road work and improper activities by former officers of association, the current secretary treasurer, entity number C5742-1981. 9. Denial, hindrance of medical services, utilities, and fire access due to road conditions, blocking of association, business progresses, and road work. 10. Accusations of previous officers using member funds and tax schemes and or personal agendas using attorneys. 11. Accusations of inappropriate or unlawful use of member funds strictly against association bylaws. 12. No accounting for approximately 40 to 50K of members' funds by previous president and secretary of association. 13. Multiples of emails, complaints by various members to be entered during any court proceedings. 14. Coverage to be determined, and this is considered a good faith pre-settlement offer to negotiate this claim. Attachment 3, State Farm claim letter. Attachment 4, contract dishonored. Attachment 5, tender payments and late fee. Reserving all rights. Attachment 1. This is the letter that was provided July 14, 2022 by the Shreks as my obligation to pay dues to the Wilcox Ranch Properties Owners as defined by the Declaration of Reservations, and that contract expired in 2001. I'm returning the bills for 2021 and 2022 unpaid. If you believe my understanding is incorrect, please provide the documentation that authorizes the continuation of billing and the justification in doing so. Well, the justification is you people all voted a perpetuity vote and recorded it under notary seal with the Secretary of State. And in all the documents that I have, the books and records of Wilcox Ranch, you knew about all this and the attorney knew all about this, and you continued to operate it. And now, because it doesn't suit you, after we started accusing of embezzlement, now you're pulling this. Okay, so you people that signed this are responsible for it, the damage to bring those roads back up to code. I am damaged, Mr. Belfort is damaged, and everybody else up there, their title is defective. Washoe County continues to oppress under the color of law and continues to lean on our titles using the building department, code enforcement to harass and menace us when they know that these roads aren't up to standard and we have no emergency services. But yet they're over there doing subdivisions and rubber stamping with the fire department. And the fire department's already been noticed. Everybody's been noticed about this. This is all for profit and gain by Washoe County. Washoe County is corrupt. And so is its attorneys. Okay, these people here are responsible for the damage. I have defective title, and you continue. I've been threatened out there. Myself and Mr. Belfort have been threatened to be buried by James Lee Shrek. Threatened to bury us while we're in a court proceeding that we prevailed on. And the sheriff does nothing about it. You see the body cam video on this channel that I put in there. James Lee Shrek is a liar. Okay, here's other people, the other co-actors causing the damage. They have caused, by threatening me with a Class C felony at the Secretary of State, we had to stay it because I can't get the road work done and protect people's rights. And now the Secretary of State's refusing to identify. They're in dereliction of duty, and the Secretary of State, I claim perjury oath against him. Francisco Aguilar, perjury of oath. Attachment 2. Here's the lien by Gail A. Kern, leaning on our properties, saying they have the right to do this, and we have evidence that they did this several times, taking properties, leaning, assessing fees and threat letters. Okay, they threatened Mr. Belfort and conspiring with Kathy Glaudner to eminent domain and protective orders against him. And now she refuses to even speak to us. She's gone silent while she has a lien on our titles. She's a title trespasser. Here it is right here. It's all recorded. She did it twice. 16 and 18. As far as I'm concerned, Gail Agnes Kern, you're to be disbarred for your dishonest acts. Okay. Attachment 3. Here's a response from State Farm Claims. Okay, this guy's dishonest. Where's his name? Jay Stanky, right here. All we got was a jerk around from this guy. And of course they don't want to cover it. But yet State Farm hired attorneys to represent Wilcox Ranch, which made representations in Mr. Belfort's case. And now they don't want to do anything about it. Okay, these attorneys made representations on the behalf of Wilcox Ranch and said they had the authority to do what they're doing. Now they don't want to do anything about it when we showed them what was really going on, the fraud in the association. Attachment 4. This was that when we bought the property, 077450116, okay, date October 16th, 2017, that's when we got the property, and they represented all these things here about this association. We thought we had road maintenance up in there. That's what we thought we bought. We wanted this road maintenance because we don't have the equipment to do it. And it was $150 a year. This is what we agreed to on our title. We did not get honest services, but they did this and they took money from us. It's honest services fraud. Okay, this has to do. So T-Core Title sold me defective title under these false representations here. Here it is here. Okay, it's all been presented. State Farm, they tell insurance agent, look at all this. This is the agent here. It's all there. Okay, Natalie Naring, she represented this. Okay, here's the Wilcox Ranch Ditch Company in Nevada. Okay, this is what was given to us. We thought this is what our title was. Here's the ditch company. Now they're blocking waterways over there. Okay, and rubber stamping with the fire department. Here's this association. Okay, all these false representations on our title. The title is defective. Washoe County continues to lien on my interests and Mr. Belfort's interests. Currently, they're attacking Mr. Belfort. They're leaning on his title. Here's an invoice that was sent to us, 4055 Wilcox Ranch Road. Okay, late fees, $22. This is all these things they were doing. Okay, here's the check right here, written by my father, $397.50. Okay, right there, right there. We paid the late fees. There it is, right there. We tendered payment, 077450116, lot 45A. Okay. Method of process. Okay, Washoe Sheriff LeVar, so it was delivered. Here's the case number 21-50898. Nevada Division of Insurance, because these insurance companies are in dereliction of duty, acting in bad faith. Here's the delivery number. Washoe County District Attorney, delivery number. Secretary of State, delivery number. Gail Kern, delivery number. Here they are here. Here's all the proofs right here. Nevada Secretary of State, delivered. Gail Kern, delivered. Attorney. She needs to be disbarred. She's a lien claimant on my property and refuses to get her name off my title interests. T-Core Title, dereliction of duty, acting in bad faith. State Farm, dereliction of duty, acting in bad faith. Delivered. Washoe County Sheriff's Office, they have it. The investigator, James LeVar, investigative detective, case number